You're listening to Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside. Tales from the Flipside.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode 133 of CBSI Presents Tales from the Flipside. Thank you for joining us tonight. We've got a lot of fun to talk about tonight. Nico is going to try and be on in the next 5 minutes. It's crazy right now. So we're just going to get into it. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Hey, Pete Up's here, still working on moving in and organizing, but I'm only working outside of what you can see on purpose, so everything stays the same.
Jon Z here, excited to be here. We've got a lot of books to give away tonight. Our friends at Wanted Comics and Greg Horn were awesome and sent us a lot of stuff, so we're going to give away some books tonight, so keep tuning in and watch.
And it's Ben S., Hey Black Key, Kent, Comic Book Barbarian, Ultra Maximus, no Kent, no green screen tonight. It is at my green cloth is actually in the washing machine. So
you're in your office.
Yeah. So
you're in your office again.
Yeah. So
shout out to the Comic Barbarian. That's my homie Corbin, who helps out on Absolute Geek. I see he's in the chat tonight. Lively chat, you guys. Keep it up. It's going to be a fun night tonight for everybody in the chat. Let me tell you. One of the books that we're going to give away tonight for the chat tonight, we're going to go old school Flipside. We're going to go the best comment of the night, which is going to be hard, you guys, because you have to, if you see a good comment, remember it, because I can't go all the way back to the top sometimes. So the guys in Flipside, if you see a good comment, grab that comment and remember that comment. So it's best comment of the night, old school Flipside. What book are we giving away for that tonight, Z?
We're going to give away a Thor number 6 from our friends at Wanted Comics donated that. So not that one. Not the version. The standard. Thor number 6 standard.
The standard.
Yes.
Okay. We're going to give a Thor number 6 the standard. Okay. There it is. Look at Sign has it just chilling there. What the hell? So that's for the best comment. Old school Flipside guys might have a hand up on this, because you never know what we're going to think is our favorite comment of the night. It could be something wacky. It could be something interesting. It usually is something wacky, but sometimes we pick really good comments. So just remember that stuff. I think we got if
you want the Thor comic without trying to win it, you can go over to either Greg Horn Art or Wanted Comics. I don't know if it's wantedcomics.com or if it's on eBay. Wanted Comics. Yeah, and also I think I want to be honest, because I'm looking over here at Greg Horn Art, and you can't buy it on there.
I don't think you can. Let's take a look. So if you go to try and buy it, well, let's see here. Sold out.
Yeah, so
that one is sold out.
Mm-hmm. They sold out.
Sold out.
Sweet.
So I don't know if it's even available. Gosh, that's a gorgeous cover.
It is, and that's the cover we're also giving away tonight.
So keep tuned in. We'll keep dropping giveaways and how and why. So
a lot of fun coming up. Let's see here.
Should we start on DC fandom? Because that was awesome.
Yeah, I think we have to. I think the Batman trailer has got to be number 1. Did you guys all see the Batman trailer? I really hope you guys all saw the Batman trailer.
I watched it a few times.
Okay.
It was surprisingly... it made everyone kind of go, oh, that might be good.
Same thing that happened every time they cast a new Joker.
Or a new Batman. Except the original Batman series. That kind of went downhill.
I didn't even realize that it didn't even look like Robert Pattinson.
No.
I was looking at it going, is that that's really the Twilight guy?
I still don't dig his look as Bruce Wayne, but other than that, I'll let it go, because the Batman suit looks pretty cool. The darkness is definitely there.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't fall into because it's based on Long Halloween, right?
Yeah.
So the word is, this is what the word on the street is. And I did a deep dive on, like, I was so blown away by that trailer. I think I talk about this a lot in the podcast with my best friend, Keith, who's like, this is his world, that cinematic world. And the most important thing that a movie can do is have good music, especially trailers. They can have good music. And if the music in this trailer was so good, it was unreal. That song, the way they played it, and then they added the like orchestral part to the end of it when they showed the title. Look at who shows up. Jesus, finally, he's got a hamster running in a wheel somewhere behind him.
I think there were people rooting you wouldn't show up because you slow shit down so much.
Yeah, it's like that in my regular life too.
Well, we're talking about the Batman trailer, and so the music was awesome. Having that Nirvana song was so dark, and then so back to the word on the street. The word on the street is that it is the trilogy. They're going to do Long Halloween for the whole trilogy. Throughout the whole movie, in the background, there's a killer just doing all the crazy shit, the Long Halloween type stuff. And so this is like giving us glimpses at some of the other villains, but Long Halloween style story. But it takes place during Batman Year 2. So that's kind of like the time period of Batman, which is badass to me. I'm all for that. And then I don't know about you guys, but when that scene happened where he started beating the hell out of that dude, and he said, "I'm vengeance," like it was like game over. I'm like, I'm in.
What a perfect
beat the heck out of him, and then pummel him some more.
What a perfect scene in that trailer for it to be like no background music or anything too.
I'm excited for Gordon. Looked good.
Oh yeah.
I
love that. I love that.
It looked real nice and gritty.
I mean, it's hard to replace freaking Oldman, but man,
I liked. What do you guys think of the Catwoman? I was kind of digging it.
I don't know yet. I don't think
they didn't show much, but it wasn't over the top, so I do like that.
Who was playing Catwoman?
Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, okay.
How about Colin Farrell?
Yeah, I didn't even recognize him.
If that's
Nico
true,
screen capped that in one of the Instagram posts, didn't you?
So what I've realized is that no one looks at the Instagram page. I want to thank you for being the one person that looks at the Instagram page. Every day of my life, I have people who will ask me shit, and I'll be like, well, if you looked at the fucking Instagram, you would know the answer to that 2 weeks ago. Like the trailer's there, the book that you're like, hey, did you know about this? I'm like, yeah, I posted it 6 weeks ago on Instagram.
Speaking of Instagrams, I think we want to help somebody else, or not help somebody, shout somebody out on Instagram. And that is Wanted Comics. Make sure you guys are following Wanted Comics on Instagram. And if you guys do follow Wanted Comics on Instagram, I think we have something we can give away.
Yes, that's Wanted Comics with an X. So Wanted Comics X.
Let me
CS. And that's who was kind enough to send us all these wonderful Thor books. So if you follow him tonight, we will add you into a randomizer and give you another one of those Thor 6s out. The Horn Thor 6. So
there you go. You gotta love that.
Which one? The
standard.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you see these, Nico?
They're gorgeous.
So we got books to give away. So give him a follow. We'll put you in the randomizer if you were following him
by the end of the show.
By the end of the show,
because we want to give it away by the end of the show. So I already know who's followed him up until this point. So everybody else up until the end of the show, we'll take a look and we'll figure that out.
Yes.
Well, if you're I would say
if you're following before, we should give you credit. There was only a few of you.
Yeah.
So
you got it.
Give him some love. He hooked us up with all these books with him and Greg Horn. So give Drew some love.
I would say if you buy anything, if you buy anything on eBay, you've probably bought from Drew before.
Oh yeah, Wanted Comics. He sells everything. Can we give him a shout out too? Can we pull up that Virgin and show something off?
Yes.
I wanted to talk about it because he he was so excited that he kind of called it.
Man, we're all over the place tonight, but it's all good.
That's all. On the Virgin cover, he convinced Horn to put this crushed Galactus helmet there because like they don't have access to the story. They didn't know that, but he just had a very strong feeling and he had to convince Greg to do it, and he did, and he hit with calling the right thing. So
that's sweet.
Congrats to Drew, freaking killing it on the cover. It's gorgeous with a nice little bonus hit on actually having the cover right.
Yeah, that's nice.
So
all right, back to the Batman trailer. So anyways, Colin Farrell was on there. He didn't look anything like Colin Farrell. Everybody's like, holy shit. And if he pulls that off, that type of makeup and craziness off that whole time, man, props to him. So very cool stuff.
Did you guys talk about the owl on the Halloween card?
No, we just got into it as you're here, so let's hear it.
Yeah, so for those who didn't pay that good of attention, there's an owl on the Halloween card. So it was like a double hit, right? The video game dropped. People are gobbling up those early Batman New 52 books. For many of us who returned to comics around the launch of the New 52, all the like nostalgia buttons are getting tickled. I was a huge fan of those early books and particularly the Court of Owls run. So it's nice to see people paying attention to the combo pack variants, the late printings for issues 4 and 6. And, there's been some real big sales, which I was kind of stunned by for those particular books. We'll see how that
combo. I was pissed about it because those are tough.
Yeah, the 6 combo I think is the one of the shortest printed, allegedly. I know it's a pain in the ass. There's only 2 printings of 6. There's 4 printings of issue 4, and of course 1 in 200 variants for both. And a renewed interest around characters like what the hell's? It's been a long time since I read that run. Is it what is his name? Logan Marsh. Help me.
No, I know what you're talking about, and I'm blanking the name as well.
Who first appears in the first issue of that New 52 run. So a lot of neat stuff going on in the Batman universe. It looks to me like DC is committed to doing a Batverse, with Batfleck and Michael Keaton, potentially a Batman Beyond movie, and now a Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves film that everybody seemed.
Yeah, there it goes.
Already. So yeah, I mean, overall, that trailer was a freaking. They knocked it out of the park.
Got him.
I only bring it up because, okay, I think probably everybody knows I'm the worst speculator in comics. Like, I'm terrible at it. But when I got back into it, I remember mentioning to a bunch of people, hey, I think these combo packs are rare, like really rare. Like, they're not worth anything, but I think you should be buying all these combo packs. Like, I think they might be something down the road. So that's my one.
You just never see them.
That's my one thing. So I was buying them all before anybody else was. So that one I still have.
Where were they
combo
at
packs, but not the good ones.
Where were the combo packs at back then? I can't remember.
They were at the stores.
Yeah, I mean, I asked my LCS to get me every single combo pack. He was like, combo pack? I'm not ordering those. Nobody buys them. I'm like, I want every single one. He was like, okay.
You were a smart man. You're just bad at selling shit.
Well, you can see this was what 2012. I still have it.
And you knew right where it was.
I did. Well, only because I found it earlier today. I was like, "Oh, I do have it. That's sweet." I remember getting it.
Does somebody want to talk about the debate between issues 4 and 6?
Which one is the real first appearance?
Well, 3's a cameo, 4's a first appearance. People gravitate towards 6 because it's the actual story and it has a better cover.
6's cover is definitely the best. 4, and I guess it always comes back to what is a cameo, what is not a cameo. But when you look at the panels, the cameo in 3 where it shows a picture with Talon, and I think it even shows an old, like from the 1800s picture. And then in 4, they're not really in the story, but the story is really centered completely around them. And then that last panel where it shows them and they're speaking to Batman, and it says quarters in or something like that, or whatever it says, basically announcing them. And then for some reason they weren't in issue 5 at all. So
Right.
it's super confusing as to, and I don't think like CGC has ever, they've never notated it at all.
Oh, it may be just one of those perfect messes where there isn't a unified answer.
Yeah.
No.
It's almost cooler there's not, right? It's like one of the last rare instances where story matters and people actually can appreciate a number of different books and not get really bent out of shape about it. I mean, everybody wants to fight about first appearances. Nobody ever wants to fight about the first appearance of the Court of Owls. They're just like happy about both books, which makes it particularly cool for me.
Well, it's almost like the trade 1 through 6 is you need the whole story. It all kind of that whole arc. It's kind of builds so slowly, because the Owl's seen in issue 1, kind of hinting that there's something going on, but it's such a good job of drawing something out for 6 issues, not just throwing it in our face right away.
I agree. It was a really good storyline.
Remember, guys, go follow Wanted Comics for a chance at winning one of those Thor number 6, the trade dress one. So,
yes.
One real quick thing that I do want to remember about the trailer that my homie Keith said. Shout out to the podcast. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the podcast. We are less than 100 subscribers away from 1,000, so make sure you guys subscribe over there. But the Riddler, the guy playing the Riddler, is Paul Dano, and Paul Dano is, I mean, I wasn't sure about him until I saw that trailer, and I know we didn't see a lot out of him, but I like the way that they're playing him. I like the creepiness that they gave to him in that trailer, and he is a badass actor. He's a real badass actor, and it's good to see that they have really good actors playing these roles. I don't know about Zoe Kravitz. I have never really seen anything Zoe Kravitz in other than what she was in recently, which was, I'm spacing on the name of it, but she was decent in that. But I don't know. I can't think of anything else she's really been in. Wasn't she in? What was she in?
She was in Mad Max Fury Road.
That's what it was. Yes.
X-Men. The Divergent movies.
Yeah, the Fury Road one was the one I remember. She was one of the 3 chicks, right? The chicks that whatever her name is.
She was in the Harry Potter Fantastic Beasts. Apparently.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just like the costume. I didn't even know who the actress was. I like.
I didn't realize that she was Catwoman in the Lego Batman movie.
There you go.
Nice.
Who did she play in Into the Spider-Verse? That pops up for some reason.
Mary Jane.
There you go. Cool.
And she's of course Lenny Kravitz's daughter, and Lisa Bonet's daughter, and the stepdaughter to Aquaman. That's kind of weird. All right. What else at DC fandom? Let's see here. The Black Adam stuff was crazy. At least we got to see some Black Adam stuff. At least we hear a little bit more from The Rock about it and where it's going and the story maybe.
So much killing me because I've been waiting for 8 years, I feel like. So
yeah.
I know they weren't in production, so they don't really have a ton. They just trying to give us something so we feel like we got it. With the being kind of a period piece, which we kind of suspected. They definitely said they were going to see some of some iteration of the JSA type group. So
What do you guys think about the Khalid Nasir spec out of that?
I think it's
is that the Dr. Fate stuff?
Yeah, that series was terrible, for the record. But and I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, what's with Marvel and DC? Like, Marvel drops 40 covers for Eternals. Like, couldn't you guys have done that a year ago? Like, are we gonna get a halfway decent Dr. Fate series, but it's gonna be like 6 days before the release of the movie? I don't know. I really like the variant for Khalid Nasir, and of course, there's those Convergence 2s that are the cameo or first appearance or whatever the hell. I don't know that I've ever opened them. I'm not sure if there's any action on those on eBay, but
Convergence was so high printed, it's tough.
Yeah, I don't know if it's buying season or selling season on that stuff. I do know that variant for Dr. Fate #1 with the helmet is a tough 9/8 black cover, and it's gorgeous.
Yeah, and there was a lot of talk about the other one as well. The panel.
Hawk Girl.
No, I'm sorry, the other cover, the one that was like mosaic.
Oh, just the regular #1. Yeah, it's a good looking book. They're not as easy to find as you would think.
No, so I think it might be not this week the time to buy, but maybe in a couple weeks once things have died down, because that's going to be one of those things people forget about. And I'll talk a little bit of Black Adam in the market report. But.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff's always interesting for me. I mean, I kind of have been trying to prepare or sort of compare the D23 spikes and the DC fandom spikes. When they announced like Moon Knight, Blade, and all these big projects at D23 all at one time. And now with DC fandom, them doing basically the same thing and then kicking it out a little bit into September. It'll be interesting to kind of like take a step back and see what properties are winners and losers and where the potential buying opportunities are, and what I sold that I shouldn't have, and what I didn't buy that I should have.
Anything I buy, guys, don't bet on that. Whatever Nico buys, you should probably buy. Whatever I buy, steer clear.
Well, if you guys want some more information on that modern comic craziness, make sure you guys check out Modern Playbook. It's been some fun over there lately. Shout out to his Drunken Chat son, who we had a little fun with them, a little simulcast with them over the other night. That was a lot of fun. So I see people talking in the chat about that and stuff. So appreciate that. All right.
Yanni, I haven't seen you in forever, my friend. Welcome. We were going to talk Hawk Girl and that secret JSA Files 2 for the first Kendra.
I like that book. I don't know what the hell it's selling for now, but it's a pain in the butt to find in the wild just because of where the hell it gets lodged in someone's bins.
It also already had a spec wave, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, because she was in I'm forgetting the series, the CW series.
Yeah, for Stargirl, right?
No, not Stargirl. The other
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. So there was a little mini wave there for season 1 when she appeared. So a lot of these kind of got picked from the easy picking bins, and they're sitting in speculators' closets waiting to go again, or somebody that bought it the first time that's not collecting anymore, or just somewhere. So it's kind of already had a wave of people looking for it. Question is, where are they now?
Raws are selling for about $35-$40. A 9.8 just sold for $190.
Wow, that's
not much movement
for a book like that.
When a week ago a 9.8 sold for $88.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's a little uptick. We'll see. I don't know if it's a character that's going to get enough heat to go nuclear, but
depends on who they cast, right? Depends on how much screen time she gets. Depends on if it spins out into its own kind of like film or TV series. But it's still a cool book.
Well, I tell you what, I don't care truthfully how the movie is. The Rock is going to get it exposure. You're going to get people that don't necessarily come see all these movies. They wouldn't necessarily go see some of these second-tier DC movies like The Birds of Prey and stuff. You're going to get people that are going to see The Rock. and you're going to get a new audience. So you may get a few new people that aren't in the normal fan base looking. So that could be interesting.
Also, did you guys see any of the video game stuff that they released at DC Fandom? Did you watch any of those trailers?
I did not.
They're on the IG page.
I saw them. It didn't mean I watched them.
Yeah, that's where I
have no interest in the video game.
In their entirety, whole thing.
So they're badass. I was a little bit off on the Gotham Knights one based on the trailer, but then I went and watched a gameplay video on it, and that was interesting. That was a little cool to see how the gameplay plays out. That made that a little bit more interesting. But that Arkham Knight Suicide Squad trailer was crazy.
Whoa.
Why don't they just make movies like that? I mean, I say that about World of Warcraft all the time. The cinematics in some of these video games are so amazing. Just make movies out of that. And
are those going to be on like PS5? Is that what they're releasing them with? Or
all right, Rain the 3's got to be.
So I don't know, Ben. I've asked that same question, right? It appears like Miles is the only PS5 exclusive game, and that we'll have the other ones kind of like crossing over.
Okay,
that's kind of my guess.
But yeah, I think they're coming to the new systems. But some of the ones they port backwards, I think, right?
PS4 did not.
I don't know. Start saving your money.
Well, I completely missed out on the PS4. Totally. I kept saying, "Yeah, I'll just wait for the." I've got the original PS3, like the original, and it still works. And I kept saying I'm not going to upgrade until the PS4 comes out, and never upgraded. Now I'm like, I'm not even buying a PS4 at all. I'll just wait for the PS5.
Yeah. So it might only be on the new Xbox and then the PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kent, you're right. Spider-Man tends to be an exclusive.
Which, that honestly, it's been a while since I've played. I just don't have time. When you're my age and got all the stuff going on, like I do, I don't have much time to play games. But seeing that Spider-Man is making me want to.
Well, the last
just go ahead and
just had me tempted.
Yeah, just to go ahead and save my money and just go ahead and buy it.
Yeah, it's funny, Ben. Me too.
Well, you just watch a playthrough on YouTube. It's the same thing, right?
I watched. What's funny is I watched. What's sad is I've watched playthroughs from games that I like, arcade games I could never beat. Like as a kid, like
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, well, like Dragon's Lair, I could never beat that stupid game.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Nobody could. Nobody.
So I watched walkthroughs and stuff on YouTube just to kind of know that it's actually possible to beat it.
Well, I remember last year there was the Gods Among Us, and they did someone did a YouTube splice of all the cutscenes, and it's basically a movie, like you're talking about, Brian.
Yeah, that's what
I think Z pointed that out, or I don't know.
Yeah. I guess the next. Are we still got games? Or are we done?
No, I think we're done on games. That's it.
I didn't want to go too deep in the Suicide Squad because there's so many books. Go to comicbookinvest.com and they put up a great Suicide Squad first appearance list. So, if you're trying to figure out where some of those random folks come from, Topher and Ben did the digging and it's in there. The one that I think blew everybody's mind is Idris Elba not being who everybody thought. Like, how many theories were there? And I never heard Bloodsport. Should have sold my Richard Dragon
that really were any good.
Yeah, well, we should have sold Richard Dragon last week, not this week. Dunzo. But I mean, man, Bloodsport. I don't even know who that is. I don't know. Whatever. Superman 4, Yahoo. I do enjoy John Cena being confirmed as a Peacemaker too, because that Fighting 5 book is.
Here's the thing.
A monster to find.
That trailer had so many characters.
They're cheap too.
The Peacemaker one.
Well, the
Yeah,
Fighting
dude.
Five,
Like you'd think that those books, even the old Charlton Peacemakers, would be astronomical at this point. This was like last night, this morning, there was a 9.0 and a 7.5 that I kept like staring at, like, you know, do I take them both off the board and just tell people to go fuck themselves and own the damn market on Fighting Five? Like, if you get like a freaking 5.0 on that Fighting 540, you're like, that's a high grade copy. Those Charlton books are just wrecked.
Charlton
And then
printed on trash to begin with. I mean, their books are they were just terrible quality. Like, I mean, Blue Beetle and The Question, those first appearances have been around for 10 years. People have been hunting them big, and there's still very few nice graded ones. This is a war book. Who the fuck is looking for a war book?
A trailer just didn't excite me. I don't know. Maybe Suicide Squad just isn't my thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or the first one ruined it for me.
Could be.
Did you watch well, I guess it wasn't really Suicide Squad, but did you watch the Birds of Prey?
No.
It's on HBO, so it came on HBO this week, so I actually watched it 2 days ago.
It's on my list, but I'm just like, I'm not that urgent on it.
It was not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
I would pass. Really?
Yeah. Well, Ben
I
liked
might
it
have
more
just
than
been
Infinity War.
hypercharged. Yeah, I might have been hypercharged for it to be bad because I went to a Regal theater hoping to get a free book, and then they were like, "No, not this Regal theater," and I like drove a half an hour to get there, and I was like, "What?"
Well, because you had to drive out of West Virginia to get anywhere.
I mean, there were lanterns
to go to
involved.
Cleveland.
Yeah, there was I had like a mule and a lantern.
Oh goodness.
Yeah. I think that what else was there?
Well, I mean, this is actually going back a week. Feels like there was the Olivia Wilde story about a Sony mystery movie. They'll all be dead.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It was the video game trailer or the movie trailer that someone was like, "Don't get too attached."
Yeah.
It was. I heard that quote in one of the two. Anyway, you're talking about the Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. So I mean, Olivia Wilde to do a mystery Sony movie. Everybody seems to be saying it's a female Marvel Spider character. I don't actually know where that.
I can tell you.
Go ahead.
So she responded with a little spider emoji, and then thereafter threw a meme up of someone with a bar of soap in their mouth talking about the Marvel gag order.
Okay.
Deadline reported, she retweeted. The conventional wisdom is that we're going to have Jessica Drew, OG Spider-Woman. For the record, Spider-Gwen introduces herself as Spider-Woman again in the Into the Spider-Verse cartoon. If you followed us on IG and watched what I posted, actually, I clipped that video so that people could see it a week ago.
Let's all just give Nico some applause because he's like really wanting it.
Really butthurt about nobody paying attention to the fucking IG.
His only voice is IG because he's so far behind in the YouTube chat all the time.
Yeah, it's true. Like about a solid hour and a half. But anyway, what I think is interesting, and do you want to just roll it into the prospective picks? Right.
Yeah.
So here's what doesn't make any sense to me, right? Like nobody seems to apparently be aware of this. I don't know if
Which one do you want up first?
The Secret Wars book.
That's what I thought. Hold on.
So yeah, let's be real precise about this. We've talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago. They're doing a Madam Web film. They're doing a Kraven film. In the Amazing Spider-Man run, the Kraven's Last Hunt storyline, Spider-Woman becomes Madam Web. It's Julia Carpenter. we talked about this. Like, it would only make sense for this to be the Spider-Woman. I mean, I don't know. And again, maybe they go a different direction, but that there's no like real heat surrounding Secret Wars 7 and 6 makes zero sense to me. My man, Dennis Davis, love you, bro.
Yeah, do they? Yeah, here we go. TJ Time Bomb. Do they like money? Yeah. I don't know what's going on. So is this?
I don't know. We'll see how this one. That just seemed to be like a safe bet. If you're connecting the dots, it's a cheap buy-in.
What's it selling for right now? What's this book going for right now?
I'm sorry.
$.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
that book made the hot 10. What, 8 months ago?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that I talked about this. That's the reason I talked about it. I went and grabbed it because I have that Secret Wars 3-pack, and this is the top book in that pack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And the book underneath it is 8, and the book underneath that is 9. So that's nice. Let's see here. Never Enough Comics. Wait, why does this make sense that it's going to be Julia Copper Spider-Man? I'm lost, Nico.
Okay.
It's on Instagram.
The story in Amazing Spider-Man is that Julia Carpenter takes over the mantle, right? That's who she is. That's who her character evolves into. Remember we talked last week or 2 weeks ago about how they were looking at who's the blonde lady to be Madam Web. She was just on Netflix on the TV show.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Not Uma Thurman, but the other one. She's hot. The old guard. She's the blonde.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah, Charlize Theron. So right.
Boom.
So like, what are they doing? They're looking to cast Julia Carpenter, right? Like, they're not going to cast Charlize Theron to play a 70-year-old woman, but like, you would just run that story.
He's not saying that she's going to be Spider-Woman. He's saying she's going to be Madam Web.
I know, but what about Jessica Drew? You're saying that
I don't. Yeah, conventional wisdom is it's Jessica Drew, right? That's what everybody's talking about. This Spider-Woman movie. She has no real relationship to Kraven and Madam Web that are the other two films, right?
There you go.
But Julia Carpenter has this arc where all of their stories are inextricably linked, and you just roll her out with the Madam Web powers. I mean, if you're going to do like a female Spider-Verse sort of like arc, that's the story you would tell.
Charlize is like 50 and still smoking hot.
Amen.
Smoking hot.
Well, who's the chick from Underworld?
She ain't no Charlize. Charlize Theron ain't what?
Beckinsale.
But she ain't no Charlize Theron.
Yeah. So, I mean, here's sort of my thought. It's just cheap, easy spec. I'm not suggesting that this is 100% what's going to happen, but at the end of the day, there'll be another spike. Soon, the masses will figure this out because people who read comics will tell them about it, and it'll populate out into the world. And then, sell them half your books, sell them 3/4 of your books.
And also, you don't want to be buying the first Jessica Drew appearance right now, considering it's like super hot.
Yeah, they've doubled, tripled in price, quadrupled in price.
Yeah, so you definitely don't want to deal with that right now. But okay.
Yeah, now we've got a Jessica Drew book, right? That sort of I think is pretty sweet. I like this as just kind of a classic cover. People throw that term classic cover around all the time. This is actually a classic cover with the Universal Monsters. It's a Nightmare in 9/8. I've been trying to get a 9/8 of this book for like 2 years since I got back into comics because I used to have one. They don't come up. Nobody sells them.
Oh, I've got like four. I got 4 9/8 of that.
Sorry. It's just awesome. And
people that collect it are collecting it for the monster covers. They're already have their own reason. So.
Right, and it's not a big buy-in. It's something again that you can pull out of back issue bins, pull out of dollar bins. But soon this will become, if you can hedge your bet on the Jessica Drew Julia Carpenter stuff, this will become a classic cover. It'll become, I think, her most iconic cover.
Huh. Really?
Other than the Monero.
Yeah, that Monero one is.
I mean, some people like TNA.
Yeah.
I'm one of them.
Yeah. What about this one? Let's talk about this one because we were talking about Batman.
All right, so I got a buddy. I was like talking to him, like, "Hey, dude," not really this book, but the next one.
Oh, okay, this one.
Yeah, see that because this book, the 95 or whatever, is I think an homage to this old what is it, 621 second print?
Yeah.
Right. I kind of like that they're the same cover. That dawned on me. People were talking about it in some hangouts I have. There were a ton of cheap copies on eBay. So I'm BSing with one of my buddies, like, "Hey, dude, you want to like buy out these books? We'll like buy a bunch of them, right?" He's like, "I don't know. Let me think about it." 45 minutes later, he's like, "Yeah, that sounds cool." I'm like, "All right, well, which ones do you want? Which ones do I want?" I look on eBay. He's taken all of the cheap copies, including the 9.8. I'm like, what?
Now you're telling everybody.
Like, who does that?
Thanks,
yeah, like
Paul.
who does that to people? Anyway, he's my friend. He was super kind to me. Has always been super kind to me, so I can kind of break his balls and laugh about it. But it's a cool one. And I looked at the Comic Cron numbers. There's about 3,500 copies, maybe less on Comic Cron for North America and direct distribution. Look, I didn't say print run. You don't have to yell at me. Right? Don't get angry. It's okay.
What about this one?
How many copies were made?
3,500, 3,200 is what the number is. I mean, that's why I was like, oh, shit, I'll take a 9.8 at $100. But my buddy legitimately like bought all of them, all of the like cheap ones. I'm like, what the?
Of that Batman right there, 619?
Is it 621 or 619?
619.
619 second print then. Yeah, take a look.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Because you remember what
most people didn't want. Remember that at this time people would pass this one up.
Is there a newsstand to that as well?
Well, it's a second print, so I don't think there's a newsstand.
No, I mean
That's the second print. It's different cover art.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what makes it cool, right? So it's different cover art, super low distribution, and
the Riddler's right on
Riddler's right on the front of it, coming off the Paul Dano Batman trailer. I think this is just they'll all disappear. I'm not like smart about modern books like a lot of people are. I'm okay. When people figure this one out, they'll just take them all. It'll become a ghost. I mean, you know what the first, this is the last part of the Hush story arc. You know what the second print of the first issue of that arc sells for.
Yeah.
So there you go.
This one right here. What's up with this?
I just thought it was cool. It was like, that's what made me think of the book, right?
Yeah.
I thought they were hearkening back to it with the chess play.
Yep.
See the Riddler there. See the Riddler there in the background.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
yeah, I like that. That's dope.
I like Batman chess covers.
Well, there's one more I want to talk about. Perspective Report that is crazy. Yo,
I remember trying to get that
we
book
can't listen. If this stuff is going to keep happening, this book is hot. It's hot.
Yeah. Now there was another copy that sold. Remember when we talked earlier? I was like, I looked at it. It was like $109, and then it ended at like $517. It was like $109 with like 9 minutes left. The $109 one ended at like $360 or $370, but you couldn't get the guy to send you a picture of the back cover. Apparently, it was just the front. So I don't know if it was mangled.
Of this 517.
No, of the other auction.
Well, I think
so. If you don't look at the back, you can save $200.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Hey, I think we should announce another giveaway since we've still got a couple more books to give away.
I think we do.
We talked about the Virgin variant. The Virgin variant.
Yeah, we did talk about the Virgin. Yeah, let me bring that up. Hold on 1 second.
So we're gonna give that one away. That one is for
YouTube.
Oh, you're all right. You want to do this one instead? That's fine.
Well, which one did you want to do?
The version of the other one.
You do what you want to do.
We'll do this one. It's fine.
You do it. You do it.
Whatever. We got missed signals. We got one of each, so that's fine. For this one, so not during the live stream, but comments after this is done, once it's posted in the true comments, tell us your favorite Greg Horn cover. Whatever it is. And we're going to look at any of those comments, and next week we'll do the randomizer and give this book away. So not during the live stream comments, not during the live chat, in the actual comments after the video is posted, tell us your favorite Greg Horn cover. Get on the randomizer, and one of you will win this. So this gives our folks that are not live watchers a chance to enter. And if you are a live watcher, just give us a comment later.
Actually, they're not going to win just that one I showed. They're going to win the showing we showed now, the signed one. It is signed, as Ben did just showcase. It is signed.
Bonus.
So there we go. Beautiful, beautiful signature on there. So shout out to Greg Horn. Make sure you guys are checking out Greg Horn art and Wanted Comics also. Again, remember, go to Wanted Comics Instagram site for another giveaway book we're doing tonight, the Thor trade dress. Cue Ben on that one.
I like that signature in gold and green.
Yeah, it's pretty.
The Thor trade dress. So if you follow Wanted Comics tonight, we're going to pick somebody randomly from the follow list on Wanted Comics by the end of the show.
And that's Wanted Comics with an X.
Wanted Comics with an X. And you have to stick around to the end of the show so you can tell me if it's your Instagram account we pick.
Yeah,
Does it say it on the back?
Does it say Wanted Comics on the back? Now nobody wants that one, dude.
You didn't put gloves on.
There you go. Wanted Comics, GregHornArt.com. Make sure you guys go follow both those people. Because if you're not, you guys should already be following Greg Horn. That's no joke. So
yeah, I mean, and Drew at Wanted Comics, one of the best guys in the biz. I mean, he's been on eBay forever, and he always honors his stuff. He doesn't pull the games that you see at some of these places.
For those who don't know, but like to read old Wizard magazines, Drew was one of the original contributors to Hot 10 back during Wizard days.
whoa, that's pretty dope.
Strong
Like
it gets. Love it, dude.
That is
OG, what's
big.
up?
So so make sure you guys do that. That's on YouTube.
Rick Dodson might have my favorite post. It's definitely in the running. Holy shit.
You never know.
Paul's just like, it is what it is. I get it.
It wouldn't be the first time. Sometimes you forget. Tape is sticky.
Tape is sticky.
All
Knowing
right.
is half the battle, kids.
Let's talk some market report. How about we get into market report? Here we go.
I gotta focus now.
Yeah, you got to focus.
Oh, God.
I got to focus.
Oh, I was dying. That's hilarious.
All right. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 second print. Is it graded?
In honor of Paul, I saw these and my brain exploded. These are second prints. I saw 2 big sales on the second prints this week. This is a 4.0 second print, and there was also a 3.0 second print. Both ended this week. They were both the 4.0 was $13.52 and the 3.0 was $13.25.
Yep.
Now keep in mind, second prints, not first prints.
Well, I talked to this was years ago just to hang out with a buddy, and I was like, yeah, people can't get the first prints anymore. It's hard as heck. So I think these are getting their time in the sun.
Don't you have a nice
coming out thirds. What's that?
Don't you have a nice second print, or was it a number 3 that you bought?
I have raws I need to send in. I need to do a magazine.
Did you buy some of that place in Dayton?
Oh yeah. I have to pull those out. Shout out to you again. Those are sweet. Couple double covers and signed. And
number 1 or was it number 3?
I think might have been 2.
All right, it was something nice, but either way. All right, so just some census data. I don't know the print runs on these books. I apologize. I couldn't dig in deep enough, but first print, 933 graded copies, 32 and 9.8. Second print, 465 graded copies, only 9 and 9.8. Third print 1,081, 61, and 98. So third print obviously way more available. I somewhere recall the second print being not significantly larger than the first, so still pretty rare. But again, putting the sale in perspective, first print 4.5 sold in May for $47.50, and then a 5.0 sold in January of this year for $38 and change. So a 4,000 to 5,000 book in that grade. So at 3 and 4, they should be 3 to 4K for a first print. Second print 9.8 in February of last year, so less than 2 years ago, 18 months ago, a 9.8 sold for $5,500.
Wow.
In April of this year, a 6.0 sold for $1,000, and a 5.5 sold for $490. The same 3.0 copy that ended this week sold on June 25th for $335. So that's a nice profit in 6 weeks on that book. Same CGC number. I had to double check that. So I don't know. That seems like an exceptional jump on a low grade second print, but maybe people are just feverish for turtles all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think the last Ronin stuff.
Print. And too. I mean, a low grade second print just seems like an odd choice.
Well, and this one's not even listed as CGC at all on the listing.
No, that for to end that high was even a double surprise, right?
Yeah, that's a bad title.
Yeah, it's a Paul's prop right there.
Yeah, it's probably how I'd list it. Yeah, I think it's the last Ronin stuff, and the licenses have changed.
Yeah.
And NECA's doing some toy stuff. They've always done toy stuff, but
yeah,
it's not going anywhere. The franchise, I mean, except up as far as prices.
Well, there's another book that's right after this that shout out to my homie Kyle. I think I gave him my last one of these, or I know he has a couple of these. This is my favorite Krang cover. I love this cover.
I thought we talked a while ago that I'm gonna have to read that issue. I don't know if that is
Krang.
Right. Yeah.
I know, but it's my favorite. I always think of this as Krang.
Oh, sure.
It's
when you were a kid, you thought it was Krang, right? Yeah. I mean, I did. I was like, "Oh, that's Krang."
Right.
And I remember buying that. I remember buying that second print.
We could call it the prototype if we want.
Yeah.
But a 9.8. This book surprisingly seems pretty tough. There's only a handful of 9.8s. Hold on 1 second. Scrolling is taking a minute. 410 first prints in the census with 142 9.8s. The second print, however, 93 in the census with only 19 9.8s. So significantly lower. A first print of this book sold for $150 this month. So first prints are not particularly well sought out. This book has always been kind of big, or at least the last several years, kind of even before the modern second print, because it's just such a unique, cool cover. In 2018, it was a $300 book. There were no sales in 2019, if I recall, and 2020, this one is sold, and another one at $12.75. So this seems to be a true market price on this book. It's not just a one-time jump. It seems to have jumped, and it's staying. So, cool book. If you can find it in high grade, go for it.
I like the blue with the CGC label. Looks awesome too.
It's a sharp looking combo of book there.
A tough book, I imagine, a 9.8.
Yeah.
Nowadays. All right, here we go.
A lot of things just caught my eye as maybe I'm not paying attention, but I saw this Predator #1 9.8 sell for almost $600 and went, what the fuck?
Did you see what the Aliens first sold for in 9.8?
No.
$1,000.
Oh shit. I mean, they're probably fairly tough in 9.8 just because they weren't heavily collected. This is a first print. There's a second print edition.
Gotta open it up to figure it out. Don't get stuck.
So in the census, almost 700 graded copies, 177 in 9.8, which is a bit surprising. So not super rare. In 2018, it was a little higher than I expected. I thought this was a $100 book in my mind, but it's been about $300 for the past 2 years. But then July 12th, probably as the Marvel licensing stuff happened, sales jumped over 500. And in April, you could have grabbed one for $275, but there's been a dozen sales at 500 plus. So that seems to be a steady market price. So maybe try and hunt them out. I think you can probably still find some floating around in the right bins. It's just, one of those books.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one.
This was a wacky one. I had a couple of Invincible books. I deleted all the others because there were some nice 9/8 lots and such not. But this one stuck out as bizarre. It's a Invincible number 5, rare CGC error edition, because they put the back cover on front.
Huh.
It's backwards.
Yeah, this is interesting because that goofy Young Avengers 195 that suddenly people are collecting the case.
Yeah.
Which I find to be bizarre. But like CGC at least will pay for these books. I think they buy them back. To try to correct these kinds of errors. Now, I don't know if they would buy this one back or if it's just a novelty thing or what, but it's interesting that there's now a market for that. That makes no sense to me. I mean, none.
No.
Really? The rarity
There's
of it?
always been a market for that, though, hasn't there?
Yeah.
No, we're time out. We're talking not about the book. We're talking about the CGC error.
Yes, I get you.
That makes no sense to me.
I think it's funny because it's on a key book to a degree that, somebody's probably going to track down Seth Rogen and have him sign it and be, laugh the fuck about it and put a great, remark on that case for, they must have been stoned when they did this or something.
So it has nothing to do with Seth Rogen. It has nothing to do with the book. It's just that they put the book in backwards in the case.
It appears so. So CGC data, 62 of them, 36 and 9/8. Price was 2 years ago about $150. Recent sales have been as high as 400. So it's not as much of a premium as you think, but it is a twofold price on that.
It makes me feel better that Ben also is just flabbergasted and staring like, are you fucking kidding me about this too? Yeah, it makes no goddamn sense.
Well, the only reason I don't understand it at all. The only reason I just wanted to double check because I knew that there was, CGC did the same thing with Elephant Men number 18, which is a flip book with the J. Scott Campbell cover. The others, they have flipped the book around backwards and put the non-J. Scott Campbell cover as the front. And that does not command a premium, especially $850.
Well, because that's the uglier cover.
But this isn't a pretty cover.
No, but you'd be pissed if you got the JSC one, you'd send it back. Or if you got the non-JSC one, you'd send it back.
I know, but that's what I'm saying, though. I mean,
I don't know. I think people are buying random shit. I also think this one could be made incredibly funny with, Rogan participating and this being his character. You could do something real cool with it, I think. So it's more of a unique piece. Listen, I'm a fan of the old red labels. If you can find a key book in the old red labels, pull those out. Because those are rare as hell at this point. People have pressed them and broken them. You find some of those modern, quote, keys from the Copper Age. I don't think there are a lot. You don't see very many up. So people get into these more bizarre niches, and you're going to see this. I mean, why the fuck are people chasing second, third, fourth, fifth prints? I don't know. Somebody's chasing this. Somebody's chasing that. We've all collected everything, and now we're getting into these fucking wormholes of, I want something really unique. I'm buying foreign books, and Paul's buying 6th print turtle books of, whatever, we all got our own thing.
Hey, I hope that's the case because that's pretty much my entire collection is a bunch of obscure random books that nobody else even knows about. So I hope that's the case.
Yep, I agree with you.
A little more well-known book. This one just caught my eye because I was like, wow, that's the going rate now. This is a newsstand. I didn't put a lot of research into this one because we all know there's a lot on the census, and CGC does not have a separate census for newsstand or not right now on this book either. Again, we don't know why, but maybe you can get that answer on your interview, Nico. Just kind of note, 2018, it was a $400 book. Hell, last time I owned one, it was a $250 book, so that must have been 16. It was also about a $400 book in 19. This year, the 90-day average is 500. There has been a sale as high as 700 and as low as 475. It does seem to me, I couldn't track them all, but it looks like the newsstand does seem to be commanding about a $200 premium. So why do you want a newsstand versus a regular one? I don't know. They look the same. You know, why ask questions at this point? We're all freaking buying crazy shit.
That's true statement.
Is that bubble gum?
Cats and dogs playing around, whatever. This one, this is one I wish I'd freaking bought. I saw this and I'm like, shit, that's a great price. So the Melina variant to number 2, pretty much, you know, it's the cover for her. Census, there are 21 9/8s, 17 9/6s, 56 graded total. I didn't look at CG or CBCS. There's probably a few. High sale for this book was back in 2006 for $2,200. Only one sale in 2019 for $1,325. Low sale was actually in February. You could have got it for $900, but it's been creeping back up with the last 2 sales at $1,750, and a 9/6 sold for $1,100. So $1,100 for a CBCS 9/8. There was definitely a CBCS discount, but man, I would have bought that. And even if you're a CGC homer, you probably could have, you know, crossed it over and been a pretty much chip shot. So great buy-in for that book.
Yeah, I think we were talking about this book a couple of weeks ago about what it was doing and what you know it could do.
Yeah, so. This is one I do like, and I don't chase a ton of modern variants, and that's one on my list. So I should have paid attention. Dumb.
No, me too.
I just put this one on because we talked about it 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we mentioned this book. There was a sale for $473, and I thought, that's odd. At the time, there were 10 total in the census, or 10 total. There's now 13. All 3 of the new ones are 9/8s, and we've had a sale now for $571. So it jumped another $100.
Wasn't the last one a newsstand?
I don't think so. I don't recall. I won't comment. I don't remember looking close enough. Either way, this book jumped $100 in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So we are seeing a lot more getting slabbed. So I do think that census is going to grow quite a bit in the next, let's say 4 to 6 months.
Yeah. Here's an interesting comment I saw about the
I tuned away from the comments for a second, and I'm buried 100.
I know. Could be wrong, but I heard once you can request CGC slab the book backwards to showcase back art. That's interesting. Anybody else heard that? That's very interesting. I could understand that being a thing to do.
I really like only on flip books.
I really love the bubble gum ad on the back. I'm gonna flip all mine backwards.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right. The next one, this one.
So maybe I'm gonna flip all my battle popes backwards and do that Invincible ad.
Star Wars Tales number 23. Love this book. This book needs to get more love. I know everybody's talking about Dark Knights of the Old Republic number 9 or whatever, and but this has them both in here. So
yeah, this one. I hadn't seen a high grade sale in a bit, and it popped up, and I'm like, all right, let's do a little digging. The census has 53 between the 2 covers because it's an A and a B cover. The photo cover had 10 9/8. The standard cover has 20, so this one's got 10. Photo has 3 9/8 sales, 450, 438, and 525 being this one here. The standard has 3 sales, slightly further back in July. Those were all August for the photo cover. It was 400, 325, and 400. So there's seems to be a slight premium on this one right now. Not necessarily sure why.
Because of the photo cover, I always thought that certain photo covers go for more, but I don't understand why this one would go for more. I don't like this photo cover.
No, it doesn't. I mean, it's fine. It just is. So it's not stunning. Could just be current rarity. Like I said, there's less of them graded right now.
And what were the photo covers? The newsstand is that what I remember?
Oh, I don't think that's right.
Okay, people in the chat, if you guys remember, if the photo covers on these tales,
direct market.
Okay, these Star Wars tales, maybe which ones were the newsstands if they still did the different ratios on these. So all right. Next one. This one's interesting to me because you know how I feel about Hall of Heroes books.
I didn't even research the selling data on this one. I had it torn out and I put it back in for you. Hall of Heroes presents Zero. First appearance of Salamandroid by Ethan Van Sciver. I don't know anything about this book. I got to assume it's pretty rare because Hall of Heroes is local to me, and most of those books were not high printed. Very small publishing company at the time. I remember trying to find some of the Cyber Frog stuff, and I had an advantage the one time because it was local, and you still couldn't find many. But this seems like an exorbitant amount.
Well, I love these early creator stuff. So anytime John would find any of the early Van Sciver stuff, and you could get them at a premium for one point because he was taking so much heat. But I think they're just starting to. His fans out there are just really paying extra for these early appearances of his work.
Yeah,
so,
not high printed stuff. So
no, it's not. Yeah,
I mean, if you're a Van Sciver fan, it's probably going to be hard to find, especially in a good grade like this. But still,
yeah. All right, Archie 50 CGC 1.5.
That was all the moderns I could take, guys. So I did a really good dive for you and did a lot of moderns, but I had to throw some old ones in here. I think Deno's not on because of one of the Golden Age books I'm going to show because he cries about it. But this one is basically the Archie cover, classic Bob Montana. 132 in the census. Top of the census is a 9-0 lone on its own, and then there are 6 8-0s. Recent sales. Closest one I could find is there is a 1.5 incomplete. Sold in April of last year for $400. This one sold for $450. I don't understand how there's a 1.5 incomplete that's not a green label, because the definition of incomplete means it's a 0.5. So I don't know. That one confused me, but that's what GPA says. A 2.5 sold last October for $575 and a 3.0 for $798. I won't say this was a steal, but if you're going to buy this book, it's a nice looking copy for the grade it's in, and it's one of the ones you might just be happy to put a copy in your collection. So probably a good buy for whoever got it.
Yeah. All right, next one. Here we go.
Oh yeah, Deno's crying somewhere. He couldn't even talk about it. This page 2 of Batman #1. Deno at one point asked me, should he buy a page? He saw it somewhere. I think they wanted $300 or $400.
Oh,
maybe it was $4 or $5. I don't know. It was not a lot. And we talked about it, and eventually we're like, I don't know if there's a market or not. This had to be 5 years ago. He passed. Now, 6,000 and change. I mean, if you're going to do a single page, this is probably one of the coolest pages out there. I mean, you got the Joker front and center. It's a splash page. I mean, if you're going to get a page of a book, this is one of the top couple. So I don't know. I did track down. I didn't do census because I don't know, but there was one other sale of this page last year for $5,800. So slight increase on it, but hell, cool display piece.
Yep. Very cool. I like it.
I mean, it is the first Joker. I mean, it's the first image of him, which is actually a pretty cool image.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah. So, whew.
Yeah. You got more.
Hey, Anthony owns it. Nice.
Wow. Where's that?
Wow.
In the chat. All right, man. Congrats. You were smart.
Yeah. Did he get it graded? That's the question. Is he going to get it graded now?
Who knows? Well, I couldn't. It's hard to track how many are graded because by the page. Yeah.
Don't put any tape on it.
Paid $1.5K for it.
Nice. Good deal.
Very, very, very good deal for something like that. That's crazy. All right, here you go.
All right, Captain Marvel. I threw this in honestly because I got wooed by the seller's IG post about it. Blizzard Comics had mentioned it. GPA was down, so I apologize. I got to look at my phone because I had to pull it up more recently. It was down for a minute. What struck me is how freaking few of these there are. I mean, it's a rare book. Wiz Comics 2 is out of the stratosphere. There are only 57 in the census. Only 34 of them are Blue Label. And 8.5 is the highest with 3 of them, which is surprising. What was even more surprising is the highest GPA sale of this book was a 5. Nothing above a 5, and that was in 2016. The other sales I could find, there were some in 19 for a 1.8 and a 1.5 for $8,400 and $7,200. So this was probably a bargain for someone. This sold for just under $4K. Random fun fact: the Crowley copy is a 1.0, or at least one of the Crowley copies. So weird, incomplete. But an underrated book. You know, it's a #1 in the Golden Age. It's not a first appearance, but it is a #1 title. So probably should get more love. The issue is, I think, of the first couple of covers, this is the most overwhelming or underwhelming. You got issue 4, which has the amazing, black cover with Shazam doing the change. You've got #2 with the lightning bolt and the silver kind of leaf on it. And I don't remember 3 off the top of my head, but it's decent. So I think it just got hit with an underwhelming cover. If it was one of the other ones, it'd probably be triple the amount. So. And then one last one, because why would we not talk about Black Adam?
Yeah.
I had a couple sales here. I don't usually pull them, but I saw one end, and I pulled this one, and I pulled a 4.5, which I think you've got too. But so this is a 1.5, decent looking copy of a 1.5. I mean, it's not all mangled. Only appearance of Black Adam in the Golden Age. Doesn't appear again until the Bronze Age, unless you count the fanzine books, which are cool, but true canon appearances. 2,700. So you're paid over $1,000 a point there. But then there was another copy of 4.5 that sold on MCS for 4,200, I believe. And so that was less than $1,000 a point, which confused me. It felt like a deal. There's not been a ton of high grade sales on this book. The census, there's 121. So people have been looking for it for quite a while. And 9.4 is the top. A 9.0 is, there's 3 of them. I do think I recall probably 5 to 7 years ago, one of those 9.0s sold, but it wasn't on a GPA page, so I don't know the sales on it. I want to say it was around 10 grand. I do remember watching it thinking, man, I want in on that, but it was above my price point. A 4.5 puts it on the top 60% of the census. So, 60% of them are 4.5 or lower. Highest GPA sale I could find was February of last year. A 7.0 sold for 10.8. A 6.5 sold last year for 5,800, and then in April there was a 44.50 sale on this book. But if you look, a 4.5 versus a 2.5, there's just not a great price influx. Even to the 6.5, there's not. So I don't know if people are just paying to get any copy of this book, and then after that they're looking for the high ones, or what's going on. So this book, when you compare it to some of the other Golden Age keys, it still feels kind of low. So he's primed to be a top tier, DC villain. I'm not selling mine.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't blame you. All right. All right. So anything else that you guys can think of? I want to talk a little bit about the craziness that we're seeing in the Donny Cates stuff. I know the black silver
should we do
stuff.
the last giveaway too?
Well,
or you want to wait?
I had to bail, so I was going to do a pickup real quick.
Before
I wanted to wait for a break.
You guys, we are going to give away with IG coming up soon. I'm setting that up right now, so we'll talk about that after we're done with pickups. So let's go through pickups real quick. That'll work.
All right, Paul.
Yeah, just one real quick. I got anyway. It's a disaster back here, but anywho, so I remember if you were watching when I got that when Z showcased that 4-color creations. Gentleman, and so mine arrived last week, and I showed that awesome card, his business card. So I got the mail on Friday, and if I see Stein has one in the background, but he sent a personalized wooden Flipside logo, and he's like, yeah, I sent it to everybody. He's like, yeah. So these just made my day. I think
they're so badass.
It's incredible. It's thick too. It's beautiful. So check him out. 4-color creations. I had to showcase that before I headed out tonight. But Facebook, IG, his Etsy store, amazing price, shipped price, and use the code Flipside for 10% off your order. But
Paul, did you do like I did and smell it?
Yeah,
it smells like burnt wood.
Not yet. I'll wait till I'm off camera and I'll let you know.
Whoa. Whoa. I'm not talking about anything like that.
Thank you to 4-Color Creations. He sent us all one. If you haven't got yours yet, it's probably because your mail sucks.
No.
But he has, what's his newest one? That Captain America?
Oh, Captain America one he did, and it sold out like in a minute, so he had to make some more. So I think he's got it back up, but that one was awesome.
Yeah, this guy's going somewhere. I think it's awesome.
It's a good thing he likes bozos like us, so right?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm glad we everybody get theirs. I saw Ben, Nico, Brian. Did yours come?
I did. I was holding it up. Boom.
Z,
even in West Virginia, Nico got his.
Wow.
It was their one post office person. It was his turn to get up to the top part of the state.
It's a Flipside miracle.
I was really excited.
That's all I got, though. I'm gonna head out, but I wanted to show that out because or show that off. It really made my day. So
thanks, Paul. Awesome, man.
All right, you want to go next, Z?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
All right.
I got a modern book. Somebody said they were on MCS. I bought one, so this is going to fail. But I bought the Batman '96 character design variant. I don't know. Probably is going to suck at this point, but why not? Again, I have it, so you're screwed. Got some books from Denmark. I got the Secret Wars 8 cover. I got another copy of this and for my Spectacular Spider-Man 101 set. I think we saw one a few weeks ago, but I got a nicer one, so Yay.
That one's sweet.
I got. We'll do this one. This one is contains both 298 and 299. Somebody else on YouTube did talk about this the other day. Actually, maybe he talked about one of the other languages, but this one from Denmark also has both stories in it. So kind of cool. And I got 2 copies of this one. 300. Issue 79. One is very much a beater, but it was at a price I could not pass, and I was already paying for shipping. And one's a fairly decent copy, so happy to keep adding to the 300 set. I figure I got enough Italians for a minute. Not that I wouldn't buy any if they pop up, but may as well buy a few of the others. And then I bought a couple just because they amused me. Nico's favorite cover. It's even more disturbing in a foreign language. I bought the first appearance of Captain Thunder before they merged Shazam in, so I was like, a few bucks, I'll take that. And then I bought one of my favorite covers, the Action 220 or 425, famous Nick Cardy cover, which I've described as pretty much a vision of, the 70s Americana with the kid looking at Superman in the background as his brother's reading a Superman comic. But it's kind of funny to see Americana in Denmark. So
Good stuff.
How many long boxes of foreign books do you have now?
I'm on working through my 5th short box.
How do you sort them? By country first or by title?
Character.
Title's
too confusing because they don't all cross-reference the same. Like they might use Action and Superman or the same book there, or vice versa. So character. I'm a simple man. I've got a big one coming for next week. I'm real excited. I've got a monster foreign book coming next week. I had to sell a Crow and some Golden Age and all kinds of stuff. So I'm real excited for this one coming. So big one next week.
Awesome. All right. Stein, you got anything?
Well, I did get a CGC order in, but I don't think I really want to waste everybody's time on that. So
they can go see that where?
On our channel.
You had a nice haul video posted.
You had a pretty big pickup this last week, though.
I did. Well, I will show this. This is my favorite book out of the books that I did get. So this is the only one in the census.
Wow.
There's only 49 of them in existence because I destroyed one copy completely and threw it in the trash. So there's only 49 of this book out there. And
do you have videotaped evidence of that?
Oh no, I was here actually home by myself when I tried to press the first one, and when it fused, the cover fused. I got mad. I ripped it in half and threw it in the trash. And yep,
that's depressing.
Yeah, so I did buy a second one, so that one's actually cost me
Ben?
double. Yes.
Hey Ben, before you show up your good pickup.
You got one.
I got one. It's going out to CGC.
See, I get the only one in the census, so yours would be the second.
We'll see. It's got to get pressed first, but we'll see after that. So.
Well, good for you. Yeah. I will. Here, let me look. Or let me hold on. Go to this.
I do want to but while Ben is doing this, I want to let you guys know where for our final giveaway of the night. What you guys can do is you guys can go to, of course, Nico. This will make Nico happy. Go to the Tales from the Flipside IG page, as you guys can see here. And there is a post that has just been posted, as you can see here. And you guys can win this cover, this Virgin variant for Thor #6. By reposting this on IG. There are apps you can do it. If you guys aren't on IG, go get on IG. There's apps that you can find to repost this. Figure out a way to repost it. You can repost the text too. that when you repost it, it'll give a shout out to Greg Horn and Wanted Comics at the same time. And for all you guys that repost this, we'll put you in a random drawing to win the book next Monday during Flipside. So go ahead and repost it, and you'll have a chance to win it next Monday night on Flipside. But make sure you go and repost it on IG. Go join IG. All right. There we go.
Cool. Yeah. So I will.
Lots of ways to win tonight, guys.
Yeah. Woo! And these are hot books too. This one right here is selling for like $75. These are selling for like, I don't know, $20, $30, something like that. And we haven't even got to the other book that we're giving away as well.
Yeah.
Can we show that one as well?
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah. We got to figure out. And the way we're going to give this one away is we're going to give it away right now. This beautiful Baroness Greg Horn art book. So this is for everybody that was watching tonight. We just wanted to share some love on you with some free stuff. And the way we're going to give away this book right now is we're going to share my screen. So let me go ahead and stop sharing. Let me go ahead and share my screen. And it's going to look like the Matrix, guys. So just be careful, okay? Don't have an epileptic seizure on me. I'm going to pick randomly out of somebody who has just recently commented to win that book. And one of these guys is going to say, stop. Nico, because you're probably delayed, you say stop whenever you want after now.
Stop.
JJ Maxwell, photo covers were newsstands in the run, art covers were not. So that must have been the comment when we were talking about Star Wars. So that is the winner of the Baroness beautiful red variant from the Veteran 2 cover thing he did with Snake Eyes. That Snake Eyes one was Loose Lips Sink Ships, and he did the Baroness one. So this is going to JJ Maxwell. JJ, go ahead and hit up at The Wall Comics on Instagram. Yeah, with all your stuff, it's at The Wall Comics. Send that your information to Ben, and we'll get that book out to you.
Yeah, I see Rain in Threes in the comments. Did Rain in Threes? Did you get your book that I sent to you? Probably, I don't know, it was a week ago or something like that. Just make sure that you got it. Yeah. So this week was a huge week for me and my family, and so I'm going to share my screen. Thursday, we adopted our foster daughter, and that is her right there.
Congratulations, my friend.
Yep. So very, very, very happy about that. She turns 3 next week, and so we've had her for just a little bit over a year, but that's been a long process. So it was a wonderful week for us, for sure.
Awesome. Congratulations, man.
Thank you. And this is the first time, like, we couldn't show pictures of her for a year. So, so now we can actually share pictures and stuff of her, but that's her.
That's awesome, man. And everybody in the chat is flooding with congrats. So
thank you, everybody. I appreciate it.
Some congrats on you, man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're all very excited. Yeah, we're all very excited. Look at that. All right. I don't know how my pickups aren't nearly going to be able to beat that. Nico, I don't even think you can try to beat that either. But my pickups are. I got my wonderful woodcut Tales from the Flipside, like Paul was saying, and I got. I'll do this real quick. I got a couple comics. I got a couple of these guys. I went and picked up a couple of these.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I found another one of these, which this is one of the hardest books that I've ever had finding. I look for it all the time. This is the Scatterbrain from Marcosia. I think this is the C cover. It's an homage to Spider-Man 1. It's one of the harder Spider-Man 1 homages to find. Super, super tough. So that's that. And then one quick thing. I don't know if Doc Joe is still here in the house. Doc Joe he put a post in one of our comments section right before the show that he had picked up a cello box of the 92 Fleer. Yeah, 92 Fleer baseball. And it just reminded me of being a kid again, because that 92 Fleer baseball, the cello box packs, like at the time you could only get them in grocery stores. So you'd go to like grocery stores and look for them. And they were big, thick packs, and the packages on them were like plastic. So you could kind of rip them on the side. And the rookie sensations in those are dark blue, and you could see if the rookie sensation is in there. So I got caught so many times doing what I hate nowadays, and that's people searching packs for these 92. And my dad taught me a lesson one time, because I got caught searching through them, and they came down with the like the undercover lady that catches you like stealing shit, and they're like, "We're gonna arrest you for stealing." And my dad's like, "I don't know, man. Like, you shouldn't have done that." But anyway, shout out to Doc Joe. He's going for a PSA 10 in the Frank Thomas Rookie Sensations. I was lucky enough to pick up a batch of these. I've got 2 of every player in the set, and I didn't realize that they were that they sell in high 10 grade, and every one I got is just gorgeous. So I'm going to be going through them to see which ones to send out. So shout out to Doc Joe. There's a little bit of baseball card goodness for everybody tonight. So, all right, Nico, you're up.
Stein, congratulations, man. I had no idea. That's amazing.
Yeah, thanks. And hey, anybody that's ever considering going and doing foster care, it's a huge need in this country. So if you ever consider doing it, please consider and actually do it, because it's a huge necessity that is going there's lots of kids who are just stuck in the system and they can't get out. So
Yep. Oh, Doc Joe is there, so shout out to Doc Joe. He saw it. 3,000 plus. Yeah, Never Enough Comics says, Jeff Bagwell. Yeah, the 2 cards in that set. The Thomas was the card, but so were the Pudge and the Bagwell in the set. At the beginning, it was Pudge and Bagwell. Everybody was going crazy for. So, yeah. All right.
All right. So I got books back from CGC. They weren't a fraction as cool as the ones that Stein got back.
Hey, Nico, your mic isn't working.
Oh, let me see if I can fix that. Pardon me.
Yeah, everybody's saying, yeah, nice pickups, Brian, but I think Ben's daughter's wins pickup. That is better. There you go, my friend.
Okay. Yeah, so if you haven't had a chance to watch Ben's unboxing, it's a tough goalie for CGC these last couple weeks or so. Incredible. He did an incredible job. I moved a lot of what I got back. This is what I didn't move. Chew 198 just for me. I'll keep that one until I get to watch it on the big screen, or preferably the small screen. I hope it happens. Love that book. It was one of my favorites. Die, the Virgin 98. That apparently got optioned. The news hasn't really hit. We'll see if that's actually going to get made. I like it as kind of a longer term play. No Heroin 98, the metal cover. Yeah, that's commanding a big dollar amount.
What were those limited to?
I'm trying to think, like maybe were there 20 of them? Something ridiculous.
That's pretty small.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous. I even paid them to press it. I was like, maybe they'll give me a 9.9 or a 10. They did not.
Shout out to Frank Gogol. Frank Gogol,
he's a stud.
Awesome creator. That book is really, really, really cool, man.
Yeah. I grabbed a 9.8. I shouldn't say grabbed. I subbed a 9.8 of the East to West Diamond Retailer exclusive cover.
Nice.
We can trade. I'm not attached to it. It's been sitting in my box until they like option it again and gone. I like Hickman. I like that book, but if I can move it for a G, goodbye. And then this is the big boy from Mexico to Australia to West Virginia to Texas back to West Virginia. Yay.
That's gorgeous.
She
That's
presents
sweet.
well.
It does.
Yeah, so I was stoked. I got some other cool stuff. Like my buddy was kind enough, the one that snagged all of the cool second prints, gave me that awesome Spider-Man bank back there. I told him I was going to tell people that Steve Ditko and John Romita molded it by hand. It was like Whoopi Goldberg and Patrick Swayze, only different.
Thanks, John Larson. Shout out to John Larson for the $5 super chat.
Yeah.
With me, Mike. I want to hear this
Thank
shit.
you. Yeah. And then he was also kind enough, because he's just a good friend, better than I deserve, to hook me up with a polybagged one of these. I'm gonna keep it in the polybag. I'm not sending it to CGC. It's gonna stay with me, and we'll see in the aggregate in the long term whether or not people actually care about polybagged Ultimate Fallout 4s. I feel like there's probably like 4 of them left.
Yeah. Doc J, not to be confused with Dr. Joe, shouted out that recently a Mike Trout rookie card sold for $3.9 million. Was that recent?
Lord have mercy.
It was that superfractor that what's his name had, the dude from Vegas.
Oh yeah. I can't remember. I'm spacing. Yeah. Wow. Chat will know it. And here we go. Doc Joe says that the Frank Thomas goes for 3,000 plus in a PSA 10, and Rain in Threes is showing some of the great rookies in that set. Some real back then, man. Some of those names. Yeah.
What the heck's the name of that set?
Rookie sensations from 92 Fleer that only came in the cello packs. That is definitely not a 10. It's off-centered from left to right, but I still like it. All right. Vegas Dave. There we go.
Wow.
Yeah. So Trout Superfractor. Oh my God.
He bought that what, 2 years ago for $1 million, and people said he was stupid.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And listen, you guys think there's money to be made in comics. There's not even close to the money to be made in cards, but the risk in cards is so strong.
Oh yeah.
So strong.
King of the castle.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. If Trout blows his knee out.
Yeah, I mean, a comic story can be retconned and corrected, but the player cannot.
Oh, yeah. I don't even if Trout blows his knee out at this point, I still think that's a big card. I mean, he's still going to go down as one of the greatest players to ever play the game.
Yeah, but his except for baseball fans are heavy stat. I mean, they're so stuck on stats. So if he never gets to 3,000 hits, if he never gets to 500 home runs, that will, no matter how good. I mean, you look at Clemente, and he ended up with but he ended up right at 3,000 hits. But if he would have ended up short, or was it him that ended up short? Somewhere around. But I mean, what I'm saying is Gwynn was over 3,000, but Thurman Munson, one of the greatest players ever, but because he died early.
But people love that card.
They do, but still, I mean, they're just heavy into stat numbers, and if he doesn't hit those benchmarks, it will severely hurt the long play of him.
Yeah, that's a great. Only cards I have are the 55 Jackie Robinson. That's a nice card to have. Nice card to have. So it's nowhere near a Jackie Robinson, but listen, that 89 Ripken, Rick face. Woo! Find that on the top of an unopened cello pack. That's fun.
Find that white scribble.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
There are a couple cases that you can find out there that have the supposed numbers that those came in, but they're asking ridiculous amount of money for them. So, It's interesting. It's very interesting. Dr. Joe says his top 8 cards over 100K doesn't compare to comics. Yep. All right. Anything else you guys can think of? We got to give away that. Let's see here. We got to figure out how to give away that book tonight from the IG. Let's go over to Wanted Comics.
While you're doing that, I do want to show one shout out for a plug for one of my shows. Tomorrow we will be releasing Global Comic Safari. We got a pickup show. We are also doing a giveaway. But tune in. We're doing some pickups that we got the last month, showing some foreign comics. We're giving away a Russian 181 and Amazing Fantasy 15 Amazing Fantasy 15 Russian edition. So tune in, see how you can win there. That'll be live tomorrow, or not live, but released tomorrow.
Hey, is it just me, or when you think of Russians, you think there's no way that they could like something as fun as comics? Like
they are more modern. I think they're actually like years ago.
I mean, it just seems like there's no way Russians would buy a comic.
Everybody loves Spider-Man.
All right, so you want to give away do you guys have a giveaway for best comment of the night?
Let's look at the board. What do you guys think?
There was some good ones.
That Dobson.
Yeah. So I think Paul would have ripped the cover in half with tape is probably the most true comment of the night. And sometimes the most true is the most funny. So yeah. Rick Dodson, you got yourself a book.
This one?
Yes.
Bang.
Or number 6. Let me write this down. Make sure you hit me up on IG at The Wall Comics.
Yeah,
shoot me a DM.
Yep. At The Wall Comics, Rick Dodson. I hope you're still in here, Rick Dodson.
Find out.
He is. But also, so this random name one. So everybody that follows Wanted Comics is got 3 chances on the wheel of names. And basically what we're going to do is
take us off.
What's that?
Did you take us off?
No, we're on there. So if one of us wins it, we'll respin.
We'll respin it. Okay.
Yeah, but you have to be here at the show right now to tell us if that is your name. I want you to, and even if we know it's your name, you still got to be here live to say, yeah, I'm here. I win it. Da, 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 da.
Which book is this for?
This is for.
Is this for
the Thor 6? The other Thor 6. We give away
Enchantress.
No, the Enchantress is for the YouTube comments.
Okay, so this one right here.
Yeah, that one right there. So this is for the second Thor 6 trade dress.
I love it.
I
wish I was a fan. This is like a great show. Listen, guys, the reason I was late is I got an alert that Marvel Spotlight 32 is the top book of the week, according to Key Collector and fucking Comic Tom. And I was like, wait, I got to be late for Flipside. I didn't know that shit.
Oh, no.
It came down at 9:30.
I feel like drunk here books.
Yeah, I was like, fuck.
All right.
The shot fired?
I apologize. Wanted Comics, go follow Wanted Comics. That is where these beautiful books came from. Wanted Comics and Greg Horn Art. Thank you to Greg Horn Art and Wanted Comics. Make sure you guys go check out Wanted Comics on Instagram. St. Gila, we will throw you on here just because you say you buy from Wanted Comics. We'll give you a spot on here. Let's see here. And give you a chance to win here. All right, here we go. Click the spin. Now.
That's a big wheel.
It is a big wheel. It's nowhere near as Drunken Chat's on size.
I thought it was like an optical illusion, like I was going to fall into the hole.
Comic Bros profile. So it's Comic Bros. Is Comic Bros here? Is Comic Bros here? If Comic Bros is here.
To catch up or whatnot.
Yeah, we'll give Comic Bros a couple minutes here to let us know if he is here.
That's me. I'm kidding. It's not.
Yeah. So let's see here. Comic Bros. Let's see if we see who that is. We might know who it is. It might be one of his original Comic Bros. Here we go.
Comic Bros is Comic Bros.
Comic Bros is Comic Bros. So let's go check Comic Bros out. Comic Bros. Is Comic Bros here? Is Comic Bros here? So far, no, he's not.
Does that mean we get to spin it again?
That means we get to spin it again, gentlemen. So let's
all happy. Making it easy.
Yeah.
Oh, and for those who don't know,
like gambling.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, this Thor is an homage to.
Nice. Oh yeah.
I can't. I'm all backwards. I can't.
No, you're doing great, Ed.
Looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Comic Bros isn't here, so we're gonna spin that wheel again. All right. Here we go, guys. We're gonna spin it again.
I like how angry people get in the chat. It makes me so happy.
I know. Spin that wheel. Woo!
Hey, I think we should only give like 30 seconds.
Oh.
Speak up.
Oh, Aaron Yee. I know Aaron Yee's got to be here. I saw him here earlier. So if Aaron Yee is here, Aaron Yee, you just won. There we go.
Well, we'll see, buddy. We probably started at 20 minutes late.
I know. We probably shouldn't have waited too long. Everybody's gone at this point.
Like, I like that this guy's really mad. It makes me so happy.
Oh, there he is.
Here. There we go. So shout out to Aaron Yee. Aaron Yee hit up At the Wall.
You just pissed off 90 other people.
Yeah.
Particularly the guy that's never had enough.
Yeah.
I feel like he's my emotional brother. He just doesn't know it. I'm sick like that too.
So you guys remember, we have 2 more giveaways that you can win if you do what you need to do for these giveaways. That we'll give them away next week on Flipside. Go to IG, get yourself an account on IG, and repost this, reshare this. There's apps that you can get to repost IG posts. And that way, Wanted Comics and Greg Horn Art see your thanks to them. And we will choose randomly whoever reposts these on IG next Monday before the show. We will choose a random winner and let you know who that is.
That's for this one?
Nope, that one right there is for...
Man, you guys are killing me. Just tell me where I'm putting books.
I know, this one's really easy, you guys.
After the live stream, once it's open to real comments, tell us your favorite Greg Horn cover, and we'll enter you in a drawing for that book.
Yeah. Can I tell one quick story?
Yeah, why not?
We go? All right. So look, Nick's my buddy, the guy that does the key collector app thing, right? But I always laugh because I try to like mentor my my friends who are not like as experienced with comics as I am. And I will post shit on fucking our IG page that nobody watches.
I did.
Weeks or months later, there will be a key alert. My friends who I allegedly mentor will then take their key collector app and buy those fucking books from some shop and resell them on eBay. And I'm like, you know, I talked about that on IG. And they look at me like I'm fucking stupid. So all I'm saying is there's really cool stuff there. I'm not always ahead of the curve, but sometimes I am. And at the very least, you'll get funny videos and memes and me brutalizing and picking on our 4 fans in the comment section. Maybe a couple trademark violations, some copyright violations, things that will get me liquidated damages entered against me. Help me.
So
help me help you.
Yeah, we're make sure you guys go to the IG page. If you also want to win the Enchantress variant, all you have to do is, just go to the YouTube page where you're watching this video, hopefully. Shout out to all the people on Facebook. We love you. We see you. For all the people on Facebook, just go to the YouTube page. Also, click on this week's episode 133, and make a comment there on your favorite Greg Horn cover. It has to be a comment. This is my favorite Greg Horn cover, and we want to know which is your favorite, and then we will choose randomly to give that Enchantress Virgin variant away next week, signed. So those 2 books, the Thor variant, this Thor variant, will be given away next week on Monday's show based on those things you have to do. And same with that Enchantress variant will be given away next week if you leave a comment of your favorite Greg Horn cover on this week's episode. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the other shows on the Tales from the Flipside page. Check out 3 Comic Money.
It's better than all the other shows.
It is. Listen,
famous people on there and stuff.
This
show
you're
not watching.
Nobody watches it. I'm like,
I'm not on there anymore, guys. I'm not there.
This show here's they did a show with John Boy Myers, and it's one of the best shows out there. We'd love for you guys to check it out more. We're going to get more creators on there. For any creators out there that want to be on the show, hit us up. We'll get you on there.
They're likable too, unlike us.
Yeah. Other than that,
like me.
They're the A squad. We're the B squad.
Make sure you guys go check out Comic Barricade and use the code CBSI Tales to get 10% off your order. You also get free shipping with that one, which is nice. So make sure you guys go do that. Go check out comicbookinvest.com for all your comic and speculation needs. That being said, we are out of here, guys. We will see you next time. Peace.